Okay, let's talk about something for a second. So Star Wars Episode 7 came out last December, and overall, most people enjoyed it. Some people in very small minority weren't very pleased with it, but let's be honest, they're probably just nitpickers. However, one of the complaints that a lot of people have with this film are with some of the characters and some of the way they're expressed, or some of the ways they delve into the characters. Now, overall, most of the characters, main characters, are fine. Rey's likable, Finn's fine, Poe Dameron's amazing. Han Solo is probably the best in this film as he has ever been. But one of the characters that gets a lot of hate, for really no reason, is Captain Phasma. I have no idea why Captain Phasma gets so much hate. One of the biggest arguments against it is that she doesn't do anything in the film. Now, here's my opinion on this whole Captain Phasma problem. First off, Captain Phasma wasn't really advertised to do that much in the film. And some people might say, well, she has toys and she's on the poster or she's here or there. But which Star Wars character doesn't get their own toy or isn't on the poster? I mean, think about it. Every single Star Wars character gets an action figure. Every single character gets some kind of thing they can have as their own. A token or an action figure or a Lego figure. The point is, Captain Phasma was advertised just like every other Star Wars character was advertised. Point 2. Captain Phasma was supposedly supposed to be the new Boba Fett. A lot of times movies that come out, like Avengers or Star Wars, anticipation for a film tends to ruin it. People will speculate the film, and then when it doesn't reach their expectations, they get disappointed with it. A lot of people expected Captain Phasma to be a Boba Fett type character, or a Jango Fett. And for a lot of people, Captain Phasma just didn't do that. But here's my problem with Boba Fett in general, and with a lot of Star Wars characters. Some of the most loved Star Wars characters get some of the least development. In fact, the more you develop a character in Star Wars, the more boring they get. Take Darth Vader, for example. Don't get me wrong, Darth Vader is amazing, and one of the best villains of all time. But when they went back and delved into the character, tried to expand on him, it backfired, like, immensely. And in fact, it was one of the worst things about the prequels. However, when you have characters like Boba Fett or Darth Maul, who have very, very little, almost none, character development, they are the ones that I almost love the most, which is really weird. Take, for example, Traitor, or the Stormtrooper from Force Awakens, who has the sweet little shield and the rotating baton. That's probably one of the most talked about character right now, and he has one line in the film. So you think about it, Star Wars, when it comes to developing characters, does a better job when they don't. Like I said, Boba Fett. He's one of the most loved characters in Star Wars. But honestly, I don't know why. I mean, don't get me wrong, he looks awesome. He has great lines. But he only has like 5 lines. We know nothing about that character. Which in some cases can be a good thing. But when people put him on a pedestal so high and make him one of the best characters, I just don't understand why. I mean, he literally dies like instantly, and it's so abrupt and out of place. It's one of the weirdest things about Return of the Jedi is Boba Fett's death. In fact, in the expanded universe, they had him brought back. So obviously, they knew they made a mistake. But why exactly is he so adored? I mean, just like Darth Maul. Darth Maul looks menacing. Darth Maul has cool stunts. But he has almost no character development. He has nothing going for him. You don't feel any emotion when he dies. He gets cut in half and that's it. What the prequel should have done with that character is expand it. But, of course, if they expanded it, it probably would have gone downhill. So what's wrong with Captain Phasma? I mean, Captain Phasma, she might not have a lot of lines, and she might not do a lot of things in the film, but neither did Boba Fett. Especially in the first film he appeared in Empire Strikes Back. All he does is carry Han Solo onto his ship. That's about it. In fact, Captain Phasma does a lot more in this film than Boba Fett does in Empire Strikes Back. So I don't really understand what the whole hate on Captain Phasma is. Don't get me wrong, she's not my favorite character in the film. I wouldn't even put her with the top 10. But that doesn't mean I hate her, or that I don't want to see any more of her, or that in any way I think she's worse or better than Boba Fett. So really, what's wrong with Captain Phasma? I mean, sure, she doesn't do a lot in the film, but no one ever said she was going to. This is kind of the same complaint they had with Luke Skywalker. If anybody complained that Luke Skywalker wasn't in the film too much, or that he didn't say any lines, no one said he was going to. The only thing we knew about him was that he was going to be in the movie, and he was. So if someone was disappointed with that, I don't understand why. Same thing goes with Captain Phasma. no one said she was going to be a big character. And a lot of people might say Gwendolyn Christie was excited for this character and hyped it up. Well, sure she was. I mean, she's in a Star Wars movie. Who isn't excited about their character if they're in a Star Wars movie? That's a big deal. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. How you feel about Captain Phasma's character, if you thought she was fine, if there was things that really hit you that you didn't like about her. However, I do want to suggest Chris Stuckman's video of Star Wars Episode 7 Analyzed. He does a great job going through the characters and talking about each one in particular, and then also going through this plot of the story. If you like Star Wars, especially Episode 7, I'd watch it. If you didn't like it, I would watch it too, just because a lot of complaints people have with the movie, he resolves and talks about in detail in this analysis. So I'll put a link in the description. Definitely go check that out. He's one of my favorite YouTube reviewers, so definitely do that. But anyways, talk to you guys later. See ya.